Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the Brady Fantasy Football Podcast Week 5. I'm doing this very, very quick because I'm basically already out of time. We're going to jump right into it. First things first, it was We're So Back versus High Off Herbs, myself versus Jake. He was 4-0 heading into this week, and ladies and gentlemen, we did it. 129 to his 93, definitely not his best week so far. And let's just take a look at, some of his highlights here. Was the Bears defense. That was his number one guy. And then we have Josh Allen getting 15, Stephon Diggs getting 15, and Jaden Reed getting 13.7. It was fun. Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen played against each other, and there was that little funny photo of that side eye from Stephon. I'll throw up here. And then on my end, though, dude, the hits just kept coming, baby. We got Baker Mayfield, 23. We got DJ Moore, 28.5. DeAndre Swift, I picked up off the waivers for 20.0. I did leave Drake London on the bench for a whopping 34, which is, definitely always devastating. Pollard and Amon St. Brown were on bye, and Malik Neighbors was out with a concussion. On the opposite side, there was Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, and J.K. Dobbins out on bye as well, as Zay Flowers getting 20 on the bench. Well played, Jake, but this week it was my week, and I'm on a 4-game win streak now, and I'm hoping to continue it this week with 5. We'll see how that goes. Next, we got Ice Brady versus Mahase. In a close one here, you'll see Ice Brady was actually went back and forth a little bit, and Ice Brady was behind for a good chunk there up until Monday Night Football when he pulled ahead and was able to hold it. It was 149 to 129, and his big W of the week was Brian Thomas Jr. with 27.2. I mean, his special team's doing work. I mean, and same with Mahase on this side, 29 points from the Broncos and Brandon Aubrey. Brady Sermon doing pretty good, 18 on that side. A pretty good performance from both teams, nothing to be ashamed of here. Take a look at their benches. There was some buys. We've talked about the injuries that this week he's out. Last week he had 13.8 on the bench. Travis knocks another win to bring that to a 3-game win streak, and Jace goes to a 3-game loss streak. We're going to see how if he can reverse that here this next week. I know that he's itching for a win at this point. And Travis, the pride comes before the fall. And I know that he's feeling pretty good, dude. I know he's feeling pretty good about himself right now. 149 points, which is not the highest on the week, but it is close. Our next matchup, Zero Dark Purdy had the most points on the week yet again at 169.56. Not even close, really, with the East Coast guy trying his best. But damn, dude, 92 to 169. Not quite doubling his points, but it's closer than not. And that's with Jonathan Taylor being out. Just spooky. Jamar Chase, 46.3, a whopping 46.3. Mike Evans pulling in 25.2, and Lamar Jackson, 35.42. He didn't even need Jonathan Taylor to play that week. And he had Prescott and Mostert and Shaheed on the bench. So he's, like I said, he's put together quite a squad. Actually pretty scary. I know he talking in the chat today about how a lot of his wide receivers are out. Nico Collins got hit with the IR, which is unfortunate. Mason is questionable. I think Jonathan Taylor might be out. Definitely a crazy week for him. And then on the other side here, Shane, 92.82. I mean, Marvin Harrison not having a great week. Trey McBride did 13. Devon Wiggs only getting 4. I mean, his big winners were his kicker and his defense, really. I mean, he had ETN and Purdy go for 13, but 13 from those that's pretty great. And then nothing on his bench. IR. I mean, he's on IR now, but bye, questionable IR. I mean, it's just a rough looking squad there from East Coast guy. And that was that for this matchup. Excellent work, Josh H. and Shane. Brings his loss streak to 2, 1-4 on the season, and Josh moves to 3-2. Congratulations, Josh, East Coast guy. Hoping you can, maybe pick some people up off the waivers there, because you had an entire bench of basically goose eggs. Is not ideal really in this scenario, but hoping you can bring it back here. Next, we got Chiefs 3P Josh S versus defeated but not deleted Josh T, who brings in a second win after getting his first one last week to move his win streak up to 2. He's 2-3 now, which brings Josh S down to 2-3. And you can see it's close. I mean, he didn't win by a lot. I mean, he won by pretty good margin at the end, but it was close there for a minute till Monday Night Football. The big winner for Josh S was Garrett Wilson, 30.10. Kenneth Walker did great too. The Seahawks defense did great. Jaden Daniels is the first week played on his team, 20.72, which beat out Mahomes, which was expected because Jaden Daniels, he's got that offense humming, dude. Excellent work. Starting him this week. Barkley was on bye, which that kind of made the difference there, but that's how bye weeks work, I guess. If he'd have not deleted, I mean, he had some pretty solid performances all around. No one really running away with it, but pretty just solid performances all around. Only one person got less than 10, and that was Olave. But CeeDee Lamb he did okay at 11, not really what you hope for, but I mean, that's just doing his job, right? 11 points on the board. Josh Jacobs, James Conner, CJ Stroud, George Kittle pulling in 22.4, Chuba Hubbard 17.5, and then Koo and the Jets bringing together 27.7 points for those. He had some points on the bench because he's got 3 tight ends on his team apparently. Just madness. Never seen a man carry 3 tight ends. McLaurin on the bench, and Devontae Adams did not play in that loss. He's out, which has now been traded apparently. I believe he went to the Jets, which is, to be reunited with Aaron Rodgers, that's just crazy. I don't understand that, but it is what it is. And then finally we got I'm Not Worthy versus Liberty Bibbity in a heartbreaking loss. Liberty Bibbity, he tried his best. You can see right here he held on Monday Night Football as long as he could, but I'm Not Worthy had just enough gas in the tank to be able to get ahead of him there. The big W from Liberty Bibbity this week was Brock Bowers pulling in 26. His special teams not doing bad at all, 27 between the two. Wandale Robinson, a great pickup with Malik Neighbors being out, 16 points. Breece Hall underperforming. Deontay Johnson not doing as great as you'd hope. Kyren Williams 16.5 and Jordan Love 16.96. Unfortunate he left Higgins and Murray on the bench because it could have made the difference. But boy, that's fantasy. When you look at the matchups, you do your best. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I know painful loss, and I'm playing him this week, and I'm hoping to give him another painful loss. But we'll see how that goes. I'm off to not a great start. On the other side here, though, Corey Ayuk 23.7 in the only week that he's actually done something, which is great for Corey this one week. He's not really done a whole lot. Tyreek Hill 12.9 for how it's been going lately. That's a win. Joe Burrow 37.78. Crazy versus Baltimore. Absolutely insane game. I also do want to shout out the Jacoby Myers. I don't know if you had him before or after the Devontae Adams news. I know he's doubtful for this week apparently, but I was thinking that was going to be such a great move. But if he's not healthy, then maybe not. But would be the number one for sure, and he's pretty talented. So solid pickup there from Aaron, and on to next week's game. Starting with We're So Back versus Liberty Bibbity. Right now, Liberty Bibbity is off to a strong start with Deebo Samuel pulling in 25.78 points on that Thursday night game. Got 2 buys with the Vikings defense and Kyren Williams. On my side, I got no buys, I don't think, besides Malik Neighbors being out. But obviously, I'm going to give the advantage to myself. I'm hoping to get this dub. Hoping Buffalo can stuff Breece Hall specifically. But yeah, hoping to get the dub. Was feeling confident going in until the Deebo put up those points. I was getting ready to run my mouth pretty well. But luckily, I recorded today and not before the Thursday night game because it would have been gross if I end up losing by me running my mouth. Always the pride before the fall there, right? So best of luck, Aaron. I'm hoping to continue my win streak and continue your loss streak just kind of because you're here. So it's nothing personal, just you're the one I'm playing this week, so I gotta give it to you. Next, we got Zero Dark Party versus Ice Brady. Singletary's out. Mason's questionable. After that Thursday night game, only getting 9.2 points. He's got 3 buys. Got Jonathan Taylor out. Nico Collins on IR. He's in a pickle here. There's a good week to beat him. Travis has it, which if I know anything about Travis, he always gets the easiest weeks. Am I right? Yeah, that's the week. He's got Justin Jefferson on bye, Waddle on bye, Pacheco's on IR still, and Kareem Hunt's on bye. Not like he's not without his own issues. He does have Justin Fields in again, hoping to do well against the Las Vegas Raiders there, and Lamar Jackson's hoping to put up some numbers against Jaden Daniels. That game is going to be crazy watching those 2 quarterbacks go head to head. It's going to be fun. 9.2 is a start for Josh H here, and both teams looking to continue their win streak, and only one's going to come out with the W there. Best of luck, both of you. Next, we got Mahase versus the Chiefs 3-peat with Josh S. off to a strong start with the defense for the Seahawks getting 12.6 and Kenneth Walker getting 20.9, whereas Geno Smith was held to 13.48 in that loss to the 49ers. Josh S. has Cup still on bye, but I don't think he's healthy yet. Aaron Jones on bye and Patrick Mahomes on bye, so Daniels is in again. And on the other side, Jace is still dealing with some injuries with Joe Mixon questionable and James Cook questionable for their games James Cook doesn't play till Monday, so hopefully it's cleared by then. But Ramondre Stevenson has been declared out, and Nakua's on bye, and all the rest of them are just normal benches. So best of luck, you two. Both are on a loss streak, and both are hoping to get a dub here to kind of shoot them back in the right direction. Best of luck to both you. Next, we got East Coast Guy versus I'm Not Worthy. And Corey just can't seem to catch a break here. East Coast Guy has been doing, I would say, not well so far this season. But this week, he's off to a pretty solid start with Brock Purdy getting 26.10. Rashad White is doubtful. Good for Corey. And 49ers had put up 13.3 in that win against Seattle. So solid start here. Corey's only projected 93 points. Ayuk only got 5.7 in that Thursday night game, which is a big ouchie boo-boo. And he's got 3 on bye: Xavier, A-Chain, and Tyreek Hill. Not looking good. I mean, this for I'm Not Worthy here. I don't know which way this is going to go, but the fact that East Coast Guy's off to a solid start. He's on a 2-game loss streak, and Corey just got his win last week versus Liberty Bibbity. He's hoping to continue that win streak, but it's going to be a tough one here. It already looks like an uphill battle. So best of luck, Corey. Best of luck, East Coast Guy. Finally, we got defeated but not deleted. 22.8 off to a hot start on his comeback, potentially. He's 2-3 right now. 2-game win streak, hoping to make that 3-3. Jake went from 4-0 to got his first loss last week from me, and does not want to feel the sting of another defeat, I'm sure. So George Kittle, not doing him any favors, starting off 22.8, and Metcalf only pulling in 7.8. Definitely not the results that Jake was hoping for. He got Darnold on bye, and he did not start Charbonnet. Luckily, he only got 4.5 points. The other side, Devontae Adams still out. Brooks is on the bench, and he's still holding on to, it looks like, 3 tight ends total, while Kittle continues just to bring in the money. So interesting choices being made by defeated but not deleted, but he is still in the game for sure. So don't get it twisted. Still in it, he's still competing, and best of luck to you all this week. This is a pretty quick one. I have been absolutely slammed this week, it seems, and I wanted to get one out quickly, so I'm doing that. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for tuning in and listening every week. I appreciate you, and I'll be back next week when I have a little bit more time. I come back with a little bit more energy and not at 9 p.m. on a Saturday right before I'm trying to put this out Sunday morning. Thanks for listening. A toodles.